We know that as teachers, you have an incredibly demanding and emotionally draining job.
They support their students all day long and often have very little support for themselves.
And then they still have their personal lives as well. If they're balancing a family or caretaking for an elderly parent, there's lots of stress, if you will, that fills their bucket very quickly, both in and out of school.
My name is Tamar Mendelson. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Mental Health at the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health.
My name is Erica Sabinga. I'm a pediatrician and mindfulness researcher at Johns Hopkins School of Medicine.
My name is Tawana Kane. I'm a Baltimore-based yoga and mindfulness instructor.
Through a partnership between Johns Hopkins and the Monday campaigns, we developed a space specially for teachers called DeStress Monday at school. The DeStress Monday website offers weekly practices and tips for how to start the week in a positive frame of mind.
Monday is the start of the weekday, so it gives us the perfect opportunity to just reset, to forget what happened with a student the Friday before, if there was a disruption or a negative interaction, and just to start anew.
Research shows when people start the week positively, they're more likely to be in a good mood the whole week. As we were developing this site, we talked to different teachers about the kinds of practices that they would want to see, and based on those conversations, we focused on 5 different themes. These are starting the day, improving focus, calming the mind, boosting energy, and connecting with others.
So you have a really wonderful menu of options that you can choose from that really fits where you are.
Each week, you'll get practices related to one of these 5 themes. Some of the practices will be for you, and some will be for your students. These are simple, easy to understand, brief practices that anyone can do. We made them so that you can do them at home or in the classroom.
Mindfulness programs improve mood and frame of mind and reduce burnout.
You'll see subtle shifts in yourself, your ability to maintain and manage both yourself and your classroom environment. We're not expecting kind of an overnight transformation, but if you give a little attention on a daily basis in some small way, it inevitably begins to work on you.
The youth's reaction themselves that's engaged me with so much excitement, because the youth pick up these practices, as do adults, and start to incorporate them in their lives.
It helps them to think before they act. And if we can just put that small space in between a trigger or an impetus and how the student responds, it can make a world of difference.
When you and your students are both practicing these ways of dealing with stress, it may help shift your classroom atmosphere to being more compassionate, calmer, and a better environment for learning.
In my work with adults and with teachers, I find that the thing that they report as being one of the most stressful things is their inability to change things. But what we can do is change our relationship to how we experience those changes, those stressors, those triggers, so that they don't really consume all of who we are.
What we hope is that this site can help support you in what you do and can offer you easy, quick ways of recharging your energy, handling the pressures on you and on your students, and creating a really positive climate for learning.
Start the week with clarity of intention and a real clear heart, and reminding them of why they came to this profession in the first place.